Hello, Deb and Deb's Kitchen. I am making some Deb style Mexican pizza, better than Taco Bell. First, I have a pan and I have my beans that I've cooked. You can see my recipe for my pintos in my YouTube channel in Deb's Kitchen. And I'm going to get the beans. And as you notice, I have a slotted spoon because we don't want our beans to be watery. It has a lot of broth in here. We want our beans dry to start with or drain, and we gradually add in the broth to our specification, to our desired preference. So I'm just getting all these beans because this is all that's left from when I made them last. I have my granddaughters here and they babysitting, so let's get these beans, and now a little juice is fine. I hope you can hear me. Welcome, welcome. I'll put a little bit broth, get this going, and put it on my stove. Start boiling. Once it starts boiling, we're going to smash it. Okay, now I have a little pan and I'm going to put it in there. I washed it to dry. And I'm going to be making these zero net carb tiny tostadas with flour tortillas for me and my little girlies. I also have regular tortillas. I'm not making a big one. Let me see if I have a smaller flour tortilla. I believe I saw some in here. A little bigger. Yes. Regular tortillas. Sonora style 5-inch tortillas. So now what? We get our oil. We need our oil hot. We're going to put some in our pan. Easy, easy peasy. And I thought I had corn tortillas, but apparently someone didn't. We did make some muffins though. Banana peanut butter muffins. They smell delicious. You can go on my Facebook group at In Deb's Kitchen and you can see me cooking in my kitchen every day, not every day, randomly. And today my granddaughter, my 8-year-old granddaughter helped me. So it was her, totally her, who made them. So now let's do our next step, which is I'm waiting for that to get hot. Because you do not want to put your tortillas in the oil when it's not hot, because it will absorb the grease. I'm making the beans right now. That's my granddaughter Charlotte, chomping at the bit. She wants her burrito. So we're going to make bean burritos and some small Mexican pizza.
Small Mexican pizza.
They're tostadas, but they're like Taco Bells.
But small?
But small. Made with tortilla. Watch out for that because it's hot oil. Charlie, we're live on YouTube, so don't be making faces, please. Gotta have manners. Because all the people in the world can see you. And if you get embarrassed just by having your hair in a crooked ponytail, I don't think you want to be on YouTube for the rest of your life.
Why?
You're making faces. potato masher.
What's it called?
A standard potato masher. And I am mashing my tortillas with this masher. And I have a pan over here. Let me get you a little closer. And the key is patience. You can use an immersion blender. I don't like to. You can if you want. And you can use a different masher that has little squares. But this is how I do it. I have all of those, but I like to do this. You can use canned refried beans also. But this is more delicious. Okay, and you do not want to get your oil super hot because when people tie it in a tight knot, it gets me. Okay, so let's try these. And all we tested, you can either look in here and you'll see like lines, that means it's getting hot, or some people say you put a wooden spoon and you see bubbles, then it's hot, see bubbles. You don't want it smoking hot because that will burn your tortilla. So now that it's time, I'm going to turn it down a little, and I am going to fry up a tortilla. And as you can see, I'm pushing it down with my tongs because I don't want it to be all bubbly. I'm going to turn it, and it is hot, so I'm going to turn it a little down because it's too hot. Usually the first one is...
Dakota has their thing for the phone.
What?
Dakota has a thing for like...
That's for my cup. Okay, so let's get this out of here. It is too hot, so I'm going to turn it down a little because we want it to get this, and it's not going to have a channel. Well, we want to stand it up if you can, so let the excess grease drain off.
Dakota got this.
Okay, so you turn it down a little. I have it on medium, between medium and medium low. Let's try another one. Push it down. Let's bubbles out. And turn it around. The key is you want these crisp. You don't want them all. So let's try to get it out. Get this oil out. Stand it up. It'll get harder as it sits. And I have to look for the charm, the lucky charm on the dial. I haven't made these before. Well, I have made them, but not for a while. And I have to look at my stove to see what temperature I have it on. Turn it. I put it down to medium low now that it's hot. That might be the charm. This is golden without getting brown too fast. And popping those bubbles. So yes, you just have to work with it a little sometimes. And you see, make sure you get excess oil out. See, it's flat now. Put it on the napkin. And then we can pay some attention to our beans over here. Now that they're boiling, make sure we get them mashed up pretty good. And this takes a little patience. I'm multitasking, but you might want to do your beans first, because you have to keep an eye on these tortillas at all times. If you're not a proficient cook and you're still a student, you want to take it slowly. Because even I, who have been cooking for 40 plus years, sometimes burn things, get too many things going at once. Now that it's boiling, I'm turning it down to low, and I'm just gonna mash, 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 mash. And it looks like a little liquidy, but as you mash those beans, it is going to thicken, and certainly as it gets colder, it will thicken. Yes, and it takes patience until you see it, the consistency you want to put on your tostada. And if you want to put a little less juice and then just keep adding, go for it. Who do we have on here? Hi, Mrs. Fields, Alejandro, and Renee. I'm making some Copycat Mexican pizzas, better than Taco Bell's. And I'm using the small 5-inch flour tortillas, and I have this on medium low. Once you bring your oil to a boil, and I told you can test if it's hot by putting in a wooden spoon, and if you see the bubbles coming up around it, it's hot. I brought my temperature down by turning it to medium low, or you can just simply put your tortilla in there like this, and you see it starts boiling, then it's hot. And see, that's hard. I tap on it to make sure it's hard. You want to get all that oil off, so put it on a napkin to make the oil come out, and then stand it up so any excess oil can flow out. And for those of you who are here from the beginning, you saw I was adjusting the temperature. It has to be frying. You don't want it to have no frying bubbles, or else your tortillas are going to absorb that oil. So you can watch it again after I'm done and see how it is. See, and I mash, 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 mash. As you can see, the more you mash, the more your creamier beans will become. I like some beans in my beans. Some of you like pureed beans. Fine, that's cute. But you don't want it so hot. The first one I had the grease too hot, and it came out brown. It's not burnt. It's still hard, but it's harder. This is the last one where I adjusted the heat 3 times till, but you want it to have some bubbles there. So let's turn it up a little. You don't want it to have no bubble action, or that means the tortillas will absorb all that oil. And I'm using my beans that I made in my YouTube crock pot recipe. I usually make a whole batch and then cool them down. I put them in the refrigerator, and I cook a lot of Mexican food, so I bring them out when I'm making dinners or tostadas or just fried beans, toasted beans. I make these toasted beans that my brothers love, and so do my kids. They're like fried beans, and they come out crispy, crunchy, and delicious. I don't know if I made them before, but see, you want to have tongs, because then you can tap on your tortilla. Did you hear that? when it's hard enough to knock on, then you know it's hard enough to eat. Okay. Just gonna put it one more time. Is this oil slowing down? I'm putting it back on medium. I turned it down to medium low, and that's not working for me. And you're live, so you're testing it out with me. Okay? So let's go. And I also have these 0 carb tortillas, but it defeats the purpose of we're frying them right. So I'm not going to use those. But I'll tell you this. You could brush these with oil and put them in your air fryer if you want a low carb option. And these beans don't have any oil in them. They're just straight out of the crock pot. My recipe is only with dehydrated onion and seasoning salt. So I'm going to get all you can out of there, tap it in that napkin, then stand it at attention. And this one's going faster. And our beans are just about ready to assemble our Mexican pizza. So easy. So if you don't have corn tortillas to make tostadas, which was my intention today, I shifted my menu to be Mexican pizzas. And who doesn't love a Mexican pizza, right? I love the Mexican pizzas at Taco Bell, but since they brought them back, they are not the same. And look, I have a garden. I have jalapenos and bell peppers. The pears are not from my garden, but my little granddaughter and I, we made these easy chocolate chip banana pecan muffins this morning. And my recipe's on my Facebook group, In Deb's Kitchen. So if you're not in that group, you might want to check it out because I'm cooking randomly most days, different things. And when I cook in there, I have my granddaughters. And my granddaughter here, they just ate breakfast. I made them oatmeal and toast, 10 o'clock, and she's in here starving. So she wants a burrito. So see that? We're going to make her a bean burrito so she can calm down. The baby, sometimes I make them a little burrito with one of these.
Very
So this is Charlotte. I'm almost done, Charlotte. They came over at 10 o'clock. They hadn't even eaten breakfast yet. And so now they had a few hours. They're spoiled. When they get to grandma's, they want to eat.
Why does it smell gross in here?
Because it's frying oil.
Oh.
Okay.
And are the dishes dirty or clean?
The dishes in the dishwasher are clean. So let's come back to our cutting board. So we got to get the ingredients ready. We have tomatoes here. And the reason they're dying to eat lunch is not because they're starving, but because I told them they couldn't have their peanut butter muffin until after lunch. So of course, I want to eat now. And I have this griddle. I'm going to put it on after I take the last tortilla off so that they can have, turn off the beans. I'm going to take this off.
Are those for tostadas?
Yes, they are.
I can't want a tostada.
Okay, so
Tostada.
let's get our tomato.
I want a
I'm going to
tostada.
cut it in half.
I
Yeah, this is how I cut mine. I don't like this when they put a circle on your tostada because it all falls off when you take one bite. So I like to do it like this. Put it flat side down. Just cut it up. That way you can have equal coverage.
Oil.
Yes. Do not
Where?
touch. Do not touch anything over there.
That's not super bad.
We're super starving. I know. Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do? They're starving to death.
I'm not starving to death.
Well, you act like you are. Okay, let me get big. I'm gonna cut this in half and
Everything's clean.
rinse it. I'm gonna take off the
Everything's clean.
outside leaf. Get
Everything's
sprayed.
clean.
Normally, cut it in half because I like mine finely shredded. And since we're gonna eat it right away, we're not gonna make a salad. I don't need to spin it. And this is how I cut my lettuce to make it finely shredded. When you cut it like this, you have no control. When you cut it like this, you can see. And I have it sitting up and I'm just cutting it like this. And I will rotate it different ways so I can get that fine shred. But if you like to cut it the other way, you can do whatever you like. But I think presentation is everything. I think that's enough. And if you have some big shreds, just take them over there and cut them more because you want them fine shred. But that's pretty shredded. Then we have our cheese. And when I cook, if I'm cooking tacos or tostadas, I am going to use block. You don't want the bag stuff because it doesn't melt properly because it has a stabilizer on the outside of it. And that's why you notice it feels dry. This is creamy. You want creamy. And I'm going to use my fine shred because I want it, these are tiny and I don't want to overwhelm the tortilla with it.
Don't let it. I got some down and put it on there.
If I'm making tostadas, I usually use the big grate. See this one right here? These are fine shreds here.
Yummy.
And my little munchkin's trying to get her claws in there. So now, don't touch. Get to a plate.
I now sandwich.
Did you want a burrito or tostada?
Tostada.
So we're done here.
Tostada.
And I'm gonna get it. I'm using my fine china when I baste it. I use my fine china. And as you can see, the tortilla, it's hard, just like
Tostada.
Taco Bell.
No, like tostadas.
And our beans are better than Taco Bell. Anything homemade is good. Get your fingers up there. We're gonna put it, and I like to put it all the way to the end. I don't like those where they put it right in the middle and that's it. Right. So now at this point, I would put this. I have this Taco Bell salsa, and I would layer it, but not now because the girls don't want that.
No, what?
Taco Bell salsa.
Yeah.
Do you want tomatoes on yours?
Yeah.
So we're gonna let Charlie taste this and tell you what she thinks. So here's my little granddaughter Charlotte. She's gonna try her tostada. Come over here, Charlie. Get up and take a bite. Let me know what you think. Get in the camera. Is it good? Okay, here you go. Okay, so you saw it here in Deb's kitchen. Easy peasy. Hi, they're good. My little 5-year-old granddaughter says they're good. You can believe her. And I'm gonna make you one like Taco Bell. And so in Taco Bell, they put on the beans, and we're gonna put our beans on. They put enchilada sauce, but I'm putting the Taco Bell. If I can open it, I'm not using my granite, I'm using the wood. Okay. So we're gonna pour some of this on. All the whole. Might be a bit much. This is how they do it, but they put 2, right? And they put, do they put meat on it? I don't know.
Nana, have a muffin.
Huh?
Have a muffin.
Yeah. No, you can have a burrito right now. I'm making you a burrito. Let me make you a burrito. Do you want a tostada or burrito? Want some? Okay, let me go melt this. In the microwave. While I heat that tortilla. And when you make burritos, heat your tortillas, people. Do not eat them all like steamed and run through the steamer. You want them toasted. Let me go get that out. So here's your Mexican pizza. Normally it just has tomatoes on top. You can put another layer if you like. But there you go. That's kitchen.
I'm not ready
If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, go on, like, subscribe, share. And when I make burritos for my littles, you know, you bite into it and everything goes squeezing out. I spread it like this. So when they bite it, nothing's going anywhere. And I put this cheese on it. And here's how I wrap mine. Fold it in like that, press it down, and roll it for baby and me. Here, baby cakes. Here's your burrito. Come here, Coda. My little. No, I want Coda to come. Come and say hi, Coda. Here, come and get your burrito. I have 3 granddaughters here, and a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old. But let me try this out for you.
A 8-year-old, a 5-year-old.
I gotta try this. You can put some jalapenos on here if you like. I'm gonna tell you that sauce is too hot. Mmm. 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 Homemade beans makes a difference, and it is delicious, and I'm not kidding. And you can make it simple ingredients, budget friendly. Why pay $5 when you can make it yourself? And you've been in Deb's kitchen where everything is always simple, budget friendly, repurposed sometime using leftovers, but always delicious. Have a blessed day. And don't forget, go to my YouTube, like, subscribe. They're flour tortillas, and like I said, if you want to make them with 0 carb, brush them with olive oil, put them in your air fryer, they'll get crisp. You might have to put something on top of them like the, when I do it, because I have done it, I use something like this for my Instant Pot to keep it from bubbling. And then you make your crock pot beans that has no oil, healthy. Use the low-fat cheese if you like. You have a perfect protein lunch or dinner in Deb's kitchen. Bye.